You want to know what guys really think and talk about behind closed doors? Look no further. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcasts. You'll most likely be offended, but you'll probably laugh too. So, enjoy. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcast. This is the Helpline. You got problems? We're going to help. And we're qualified, right, Kirk?
Yeah, I have a degree in combatant psychology, so I think I understand how people deal with things. So
there you go.
Let's continue.
And today we got.
Do you really?
What does that diploma say right there, Murray?
There's nothing on the wall.
So we also got Murray here today.
So
and,
I've been taking drugs and I see diplomas on the wall. So I'm sorry.
Hi everyone. This is my first helpline.
Yeah, but not the first time you've helped someone. You've been pretty helpful along the years.
I could probably use some help too.
Yeah. Well, give and take, right?
I think my takeaway from this is it's not just a great feeling of helping people in this podcast.
Yeah.
It's also we're helping ourselves by that feeling we get for helping people. So it makes us feel good as well as the person who might get this advice.
I generally don't feel anything ever.
But maybe this person say we help them I don't know, get a nice big ham. It was tasty. And that was great. I made that guy
a ham guy.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I don't mind helping people. I like helping people, but
the thought
it would be kind of cool to know if this shit's actually working.
So, all the emails I've been getting on a regular basis for the last 6 weeks, I've gotten some great questions. Maybe I should share my contacts with you because they're totally up to date.
When can we expect payment? These are your emails.
They're normally Nigerian princes who have problems.
Yeah, exactly.
They were like, "Hey, man, I'd have all this money," and I'm like, "I don't know if this is worthy of my."
You should just tell them. You should email back saying you should kill yourself.
Kurt, you should pretend to kill yourself with insurance, and then the money will just free right up.
These scammers, man. I'll tell them. I'll tell them they should do that.
Mm-hmm. Kirk, you're a man with many problems, and also know people with problems. You got any problems for us?
I found this one problem. I mean, I got too many right now. But
all right.
This guy, John, from Kansas, he has a terrible case of ligma. Sometimes it hurts.
What's ligma?
First of all, this John
lick
guy.
my balls. I did it. I got you. I had a whole thing. I was gonna say ligma a bunch more times, but you went for it. You're like, "What's ligma?" And I'm like, "It'll lick my balls, man." So, can we read the rest of this?
Is it real or
no? It's totally fake. This ligma thing is just a fake disease to make
you
someone.
already got it out.
You got it out. So get to a real problem now. Get to a fucking real problem.
Question number. That was question number 2.
Okay.
Question number 1 is my wallet was stolen by.
Is this a real Kirk? If this is not a problem, I swear to God, I'm going to jump all over this table and fucking smack you. Okay, bring it together.
This guy's wallet.
Yes.
You can't do it.
It was too dumb of a thing to choose, I think. But the guy's wallet was stolen by a monkey.
Okay.
And he said, this was his question, really. It wasn't more, so that's the statement. And he's like, can I claim it on my insurance as a theft? And my thing is, you got to make sure that monkey doesn't use it to take your identity first, buddy. So
first of all, where did this happen? In what situation is a man getting his wallet stolen from a monkey?
This was something I came across on Reddit. So I feel like he was on vacation, or he was at the carnival or zoo or something like that.
Okay.
A monkey grabbed his wallet,
right.
And now he's without a wallet. So it just depends how smart the monkey is or how dumb the person is, I guess, to figure out the situation.
Right.
Also, how much money was he probably carrying, you wonder?
Well, maybe it's not even about that. It's about, maybe there were some IDs and stuff. And so, but at the end of the day, it comes down to...
Well, no, he's worried about, he wants to claim it for insurance to, use his insurance to get back whatever it was worth.
Who the fuck claims a wallet through insurance? And who has wallet insurance?
This guy might. He's questioning if it's something you can do. So it's the circumstance is kind of ridiculous that he's monkey theft, right? But then he's like, he doesn't realize how insurance really works. But also, what if this is like one really trained monkey who does this to like commit identity theft? Like it has an owner, and the owner gets him to steal wallets, but then not just for the money, but to like for identity.
I'll tell you right now, if I was a monkey handler, I would just teach them. I would have on them one of those card readers for your for your chips and your bank cards.
Yeah.
And I would just go around because like they can get close, right? And I train them to go up people, climb people, and everybody to climb. It's scanning. It's scanning every. I'm getting all these things. Nobody would ever know. Just hide it in like a thing around the monkey's neck. Speaking of that, you could probably use a dog, but I mean, people don't. But a monkey at a show.
You've seen hold on. You've seen Indiana Jones. Remember Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Exactly.
That monkey got into everywhere. Monkeys can get into like top secret areas. Ooh, little cute monkey. So like I'm not surprised the guy got robbed by a monkey. A monkey can be trained.
But I would use it in a different way. Well, don't take the wallet.
Right.
Take the info.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm thinking, that this monkey is like maybe trained to steal this for more nefarious reasons.
My question to this guy is like, who the fuck has wallet insurance? Like, you lose a wallet in any circumstance.
Well, it's like
you say shit and you move on.
Yeah.
You don't have
like
three guys sitting around
having,
a table talking about it.
Yeah.
Like I had an apartment insurance, so if I still had that when my bike got stolen last month, then my bike could have been.
Do you actually have apartment insurance?
I did in Sarnia
Really?
because they made me like it's different here. Our landlord doesn't give a shit, but apparently, most buildings will make you get it.
I have it. I had to get it.
Yeah, but like they don't want any responsibility.
Because if like a pipe breaks and it floods.
Yeah, they don't want. They don't.
You know what I
cover
mean?
that.
Like that's part of it.
Oh.
Like that covers me and it covers them because otherwise I'd sue them, right?
Right.
Or like if a whole bunch of shit got damaged, like they can. Oh no, my
Yeah.
insurance company will take care of it. Right?
Yeah, that's why the apartment makes you get it. It's all about their liability.
Okay.
Like a tree comes through the window,
Fire
breaks your TV, and like
Right.
you're like, wait, what?
Okay.
You know?
So maybe there's wall insurance. Okay. So to get back to this guy's problem,
I feel like there's probably also like some sort of insurance if you're traveling. Isn't
fine. Maybe this guy's travel. So what do you think this guy should do? Should he just? Well, what's the verdict?
Put his fucking computer or phone away and not trouble other people with this trivial nonsense because you got robbed by a monkey.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's probably not even a fucking monkey. It was probably a hooker at a hotel.
But he was too ashamed to. Yeah.
And this is his story. And it could be his wife. He says it was a monkey.
That weekend, me and the
He had
guys
the
went
kids.
to Las
and the
Vegas.
monkey took his wallet. Meanwhile, it's a hooker at the Holiday Inn.
Either way, you lost some shit. Grow the fuck up and get a new wallet.
And just be a man. Don't post about it.
Yeah.
I lost a wallet drunk once. I didn't tell anybody about it other than like, hey, I lost my wallet.
Yeah.
And it's a pain in the ass getting everything back. It is. I feel that pain.
Yeah. I've lost. I lost $100 once.
No, your wallet with your ID and your cards and everything.
Nah, I secured.
Yeah,
that
that's
shit.
a pain in the ass.
I can. Yeah.
That's never happened to me yet. So
Yet you're hoping for it to happen.
I don't hang around monkeys, so that's probably why.
Okay.
I lost my wallet twice in like a year.
Sounds like there's too many monkeys.
Wow.
Or,
Too many drinks.
Yeah.
Too many
Too
hookers.
many-
No.
Right.
No.
Okay. So, anyways, this guy just needs to grow the fuck up and replace his shit and take it from there.
All right, you got a real one?
I got an adult one, Kirk. I have an adult one from
Rather than the monkey business.
yes, from an actual. The site is called www.peoplesproblems.org. So it's a forum for people with problems.
Yeah.
That's a website that I'd be scared to go on, man. People just saying it's too damn hot.
I was using Yahoo Answers last time, and most of the things about relationships were, but like dating your sister and stuff. So it's pretty. I'm not going back there.
Oh shit! I read an article about
Like,
that.
is 12 too young to be thinking about my cousin or whatever? Like, it's.
Why does age have anything to do with it?
I think it was just like weird that they posted 12 because it's just like that's that.
I think that's a troll.
Maybe
There's a lot of yeah, that's the thing. You got to be careful with.
there's a
trolls.
lot of people who troll with questions, and then a lot of
Yeah.
people who
Yeah.
troll with answers.
Typically, it's the answers, but you get trollers with questions.
questions, Anyways, I got a post. The username is Red Umbrella.
Red umbrella.
Red Umbrella.
Oh, red umbrella.
Who knows? Some chick. So, anyways,
How do you know it's a chick? Do we find out?
Hold on. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
The suspense is killing me.
Okay, so let me read the post. So, thinking of walking away from a long distance relationship as I have not seen him in person 2 years, but we regularly text. I love him so much, but I feel I'm wasting my time. He has said to me before when I try to break it off, there's always that what if feeling he has, and he has to put that into my head. I tried the no contact rule before he always manages to contact me, and my feelings go back to square one. What should I do? So, it could be a gay guy, but let's just say it's
a non-binary relationship.
Fine, let's say it's a non-binary, whatever. Let's just go with this girl. She's in a long distance thing. She wants to end it because it's just not working out for her. But this guy, keeps on planting seeds and rekindling things, just keeping the fire stoked, so that she can't pull the Band-Aid right off. What do you think? What do you think she should do?
Pull that Band-Aid, right?
You ever been in a long distance, or have a long distance experience?
Not really. There was one time, this one girl, we were kind of talking, and she told me she liked me, and then she was like, I was like, well, it's too bad you can't just live with me. You live in, Sarnia. Yeah. And she's like, well, I can move to Toronto and live there. Like, my cousin lives there. And I'm like, oh, shit, I just shouldn't have. Wasn't what I wanted. I shouldn't have left. I should have been so nice about this. And then I was like, oh, no, you're probably good there. Sarnia, that's great.
That's actually the opposite of her issue. Her issue is
total opposite.
Like, her issue is trying to be close with someone who's not able to be close, and yeah, I don't know.
Well, I maybe just lay an ultimatum down. Either say I'm not gonna bother with this person, or one of us moves to the other person.
Sometimes it's not easy as that, man.
No, I'm just saying, maybe that has to be a decision made, because if it's affecting her, every time this guy reminds me that I have feelings or have something there, it's almost like they're I don't know, they're being like they know what they're doing, right?
Right. Murray, what do you think? What do you think this long distance couple should do? Do you think the long distance thing should be a thing, or what's your take on the whole long distance thing?
Well, first,
okay,
I think that what was it you said? This person has been in a long distance thing.
Yes.
And hasn't seen the person
in 2 years.
In about 2 years.
Yeah. Physically seen them. They've been texting for 2 years. And I guess they I don't know how long their actual original relationship has been, but let's just say, for a better thing, he went away, and for 2 years they've only been able to talk to each other.
Now, how can this person effectively smack themselves in the face with an object readily available? That is one of the dumbest things I've fucking ever heard about. You're not in a relationship at this point. You're not. You're not in a relationship.
What do you mean? Well, what if a husband... Well, hold on.
2 years?
Do military fucking wives have to survive 4 years?
Yeah, that's not a totally different ballgame.
They don't see each other for years.
Totally different ballgame. If this person says that they're married and that their husband or wife is in the military, then yes, that's different.
What about girlfriend, boyfriend?
This is just
and typically you can see the other. Well, what? They're not gone 4 years. That's rare. Normally it's less than that.
World War II, man. Maybe back in those days,
there was no rules back then.
Well, I think it's this guy is just one of those dudes who's looking at his Facebook Messenger at 2 a.m. was going hey, you up?
Listen,
maybe
see some tits.
If he's in the military, if these people are in the military, fine. Antarctica expedition for 4 years, space station. You don't even go to space that long.
Okay.
So
can I say something?
Hold on.
My parents, before I was born, or Kaigan until my mom's last year of university, they were in a long distance relationship. They were married.
Again,
my dad lived in Sarnia, working on his farm there.
Murray's saying that marriage,
not marriage is different.
It's a different ballgame. But what are parameters where you?
I think that
it is, but it isn't. How did that end?
not very well. That's what I was going to say. Probably it's not a good thing to start. They started that way basically because then my mom went from U of T to like 1980 to 83 or something.
Okay. Relationships, yes. Okay, I've heard of people that, like, let's say they can't find somebody suitable here. They start dating somebody. Even we don't even have to go crazy long distance. Let's say 2 hours out of the city. 2 hours away. That's fine. You're still gonna have relationship complications if you go to school, if you have a full-time job. Like you're limiting your time with that person to weekends or whatever, which a lot of relationships have, right? That's when you see other people, is when you're not living your life and doing what you got to do. 2 years, no contact. Like, I mean, there's a reason people at the end of high school, when one person's going to one university and the other person's going to another at the other end of the country, they break up.
Yeah.
You had a good run. It's time to end that shit. And that's for people who used to see each other all the time. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is like a relationship that started where they saw each other all the time, or if it's like kind of a thing that never was anything.
I think it sounds like a fling, like where it's like
Plenty of Fish hookup that somehow latched into a relationship.
They were like hooking up maybe, but then this is one of those things where the guy just like has those. He just floats out those things like, "Hey, how you doing?" and makes her.
You know what though?
Feel that way.
I disagree. Well, I don't disagree. You have a point. In my experience and from what I've seen, guys, it's the girl who won't end it, or the girl who might, be like keeping the person on the hook a little bit, like willing to do the long distance thing, because the guy is like, well, I'm sure he would not be cool with it, but eventually he'll be like, whatever, this is it, and then he'll do whatever he's doing wherever he is. But the girl, she'll just stay with it. Like, she'll just keep telling you, like, no, we can do it. But meanwhile, she's screwing around. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen that shit happen.
Yeah, I think, again, we need to know more of the backstory of this couple and all that stuff.
You're not in a relationship anymore, whoever you are.
Was the thing ever about? It's more like her emotional problem with it. Like, he's just like he's stoking the fire to her, romance with this guy.
Yeah, the thing.
Well,
is, like,
what if? What if what?
What if he's just like saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Like he's trying to be nice about it.
No. I think the question for her is
right?
like, what if he comes back after these 2 years and is finally able to be with me, and we can live happily ever after? What if that is a possibility?
Here's my heart and my purple heart.
You're telling me this guy can't get on a plane, train, or an automobile?
Maybe he's in prison.
This makes the story even better.
Oh, prison pen pal.
She can't go visit, or this person can't go visit.
He's in max security.
Listen, if the person's in prison, just walk away. Just walk away. This person is not going to be for you.
I think if people really ultimately want to, and I'm talking, you really want to, long distance relationships can work.
Mm-hmm.
I knew this guy who was he became a captain of a ship. And
sounds familiar.
After 10 long years, he could see his.
Stop talking about Pirates of the Caribbean.
I thought this was Star Trek.
No, that's a solitary role. People don't have families or relationships.
What I'm saying is
they can become a collective of the Borg, though. That's pretty sexy.
What I'm saying is that, like, if people ultimately want to make it work, is it hard? Fuck yes. Do most of them fail? Fuck yes.
Kevin,
but if
you're
people
not
want to
going to
make
sit
it work
here for 2 years and do a long distance relationship.
I've done some waiting, bro. I've done some waiting.
Wait 2 years.
I've done some waiting.
He seems like the obsessive type.
I've done some waiting.
No, what it is for a guy, or like I'm only saying, speaking from like experience of people I know myself, is it's not maintaining like the cause of like I just haven't found anybody closer.
Right.
To date me yet, or I haven't found anybody to replace you yet. So I guess technically we're still together.
I guess people. They don't officially end things and give each other space, so they're in that limbo zone. But I mean, ultimately, I think from that email or from that post, she clearly wants to end it. So, just from a technical point of view, that
it sounds like she does, but it sounds like she's weak.
Yeah.
And it sounds like she is in this mind frame of like, well, this person maybe.
Every time
that you know what she needs? She needs a little bit of you. She needs a little bit of Kevin. She just needs to start getting, or if it's a guy, whatever. Yeah. We're gonna assume this person is a girl, a female. Yeah. Just start getting down with people.
She needs your DM and DM in her inbox. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. She just needs to start putting distance between. She'll forget all about this guy. She'll forget all about this guy.
Well, dude, the fact that he's not even visibly, physically around, you know what she needs to do? I mean, look, we live in a technological age where she can, and as harsh as it's going to sound, she can literally delete him from her life. She can, block him on the social media thing. She can cut him out.
And if he cares, he'll show up.
And that's it. That is true. If he ultimately cares, he will fucking take a boat and he'll find his way back. But if not, he'll
come down off the mountain.
Yeah, but
there, miss some umbrella.
But I think when people
been a long time.
But I think when people hold out these little candles or these little bit of lifelines, they don't get the chance to fully move on and separate. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, the ball is in her court. If she ultimately does want it to end, she needs to fucking do it harsh, cut it, block, get away, get under some other dick, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, get it. What? Dick. Yeah, get it.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Listen. Anyways, that's what I think she needs to do, because this stuff isn't working currently. So, anyways, that's her.
Some people hold on though. Some people will hold on.
Yeah, I feel like that was a really good question. It made us talk a lot more than
to weird shit.
Yeah,
or like losers. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying this guy's a loser.
Who the guy in this?
The guy. Or I'm not saying either one of them are losers. I'm just saying that 2 years, and all they do is text.
Yeah. Maybe the guy.
So they're gonna talk on the phone.
Maybe the guy on the other end is keeping her as a.
That's like a robot relationship. Like you could. How do you even know? It could be a fucking robot on the other end at that point. Just be like, yes, I care about you. Like
it's like
a bot.
It's a telemarketer. They just have their number too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like it sounds like you're just trying to win me over with all the services of long distance. Yeah. Like, no, this is the long distance package I'm trying to sell you for the last 4 years.
Yes, we will come and clean your pipes.
Yeah. Anyway, she needs to pull the Band-Aid, and if this guy wants to solve it, he needs to come to her, and that's that. So, Kirk.
Okay.
You got another problem. Hit me with some problems.
This person wants to know, I forget their name or what they're all about, but they want to know, is the position of 69 overrated? Only because they explained it further is that when we were young boys, right? What was the number we joked about the most?
To this day, it's still 69.
Still 69, right?
Okay.
It's like a formative thing. I think we built up what 69 was so much. Yeah. That when you actually have the sexual position of 69, do you feel like as a man somewhat let down, like there was something more was supposed to happen because of your childhood and the giggles you had?
I never associated the 69 with my childhood.
But, I wouldn't say I know. I wouldn't say your childhood, but your formative.
I know what he's saying.
Your formative years. Your formative sexual years.
Now I wouldn't say I'm disappointed by it.
I thought that was a good question, though. I like that idea of like.
I think it's a completely randomized, bizarre question from a confused individual who may or may not be doing 69 right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face each other, my friend. Face each other.
No.
Otherwise, you're having a very weird experience.
You got to spice things up.
Think he's in the butthole?
Okay, well, I don't
exactly.
know. You know what? That's another thing too.
What do you call it when it's just like two people just eating at their buttholes?
Here's the thing.
Is that like a double donut?
I'm gonna give a tip. I'm gonna give a tip of the day.
I don't think you can. I don't know.
Tip of the day is don't do 69 after you've gone out for Mexican food. So. That's the
like if you get a girl who's kind of like who can bend, and she'll bend to you, and then you're doing in her butt.
Boy,
I mean, you could both lick each other's butt.
No. I think when it comes to
maybe they're doing it wrong.
Yeah, or maybe this
I don't know how, but maybe they're doing it wrong.
So just to clarify,
I think it's pretty. It's just the same, really, as getting.
It's like when you're inverted.
Well, I could probably say, like, for a lot of people, it's probably fair for everybody.
It is. Everyone's getting a little bit of
everybody's happy. So, I mean...
Maybe it's not your favorite, but maybe it's hers. So, at the end of the day...
It's what was that?
It's like
what was that logo?
It's like
from a beer, Red Dog. Do you remember that beer, Red Dog?
It's still out, isn't it? Red Dog?
Is it? I don't know.
I
but
think-
it was like
wasn't
the
it-
logo was like a bulldog face.
Yeah, it's Red
But
Baron.
if you
isn't
look
it?
at it, it's
Red.
it's like a girl, like the legs are spread open, and it's like somebody's in between her legs. And
I had
that's the
I had that
logo.
last summer.
Fuck, I don't.
We got that from the beer store last summer to go to Windsor.
There you go.
So I didn't notice it then. I drank a bunch of it though.
Well, now it's a chance to buy it. What was it? Red? What is it called?
Red Dog.
Red Dog. I
Red
think
Dog
is
or
the
Red
name.
Baron? It's Red Dog or Red Baron, right?
That's not Red Baron.
Oh, I
It used to be Red Dog. I don't know. I haven't had it since I
Right.
was in high school.
No, but yeah, that name is.
So, what's this guy's issue with the 16? Like, he wants to know, is it a good thing? What's
I
his
think it's
issue?
just like the idea of when you're a kid, like the name of it, like it has a certain meaning because you're just always think it's funny
Well-
and like you're holding it to a certain degree that like, well, once I get to actually do this, it's
Yeah.
going to be like amazing. And so I think like maybe he's just like wondering if other people are
You
like.
never saw a porno. Or went to apparently health
No, I mean
class.
I think he meant more like once he knows exactly what it is, just like
Oh, so he's never tried it.
no, I think he's saying that like he has tried it.
What did he
and-
expect more of?
I don't have all the
Maybe he wanted the butthole play. Oh, here we go again with your guys' advice.
I told you.
He's a good
So
peg.
if any
Sometimes it
ladies, if
all,
any ladies
all
are
roads
listening,
lead.
all roads,
And you could apply that to the
All-
other guy from the previous one,
All
the
ro-
long distance guy.
all roads lead
Maybe
to
he
the
just
devil's
needs to-
driveway.
He needs a fucking.
The devil's driveway is where that
No,
road
I
goes.
think you know what it is. I think this guy, just like a lot of people, because maybe you grew up watching porn or whatever, he had expectations of this thing, and then when it happened in real life, he was like, "Oh fuck, it's not." Is it basically his
Maybe he did it with somebody who
expectations-
didn't know what she was doing.
or whatever? But his expectations were not as what he imagined, and when it comes to sex, man, it's not always like that, man. I mean, Kirk, when the first time you had sex, was it like
Here we
amazing?
go.
Was it amazing?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I figured.
I don't know.
Right, right.
If there was a game tape of that, some like a first professional game,
Yeah,
yeah, I wouldn't want to relive. I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't want to replay that
Yeah.
moment.
For some reason, I'm thinking about getting a blowjob where they like put their mouth around like your balls too. What is that called?
deep throat.
No, but like they take all your
God.
everything. Like they just
That's
no deep throw is just to the bottom of the shaft.
I don't know the technical
Well,
term
listen,
of
if you're-
this.
if you're trying to get
And I was watching that like there's you watch the show Parks and Recreation.
yes.
There's like a joke in the episode where everyone in the town when they drink out of the water fountain, they put their mouth on the fountain and like the thing. It looks like they're deep throating like the fountain. That's how everyone drinks out of the fountain in this town. So this made me think about like I wonder if there's someone that's how they give a blowjob. They got to put their mouth around everything.
Right.
It's got a big open gap, you know.
Well, if you can get it all in, good for you. But
I think it's
I think
highly unlikely. But
yeah, I think the expectations are when you go into things with high expectations and things don't actually fit the way you are, you're going to be generally disappointed. Now that doesn't mean you should stop and you should be whatever. I think you just need to find what your flavor is. Some people are into that.
For example, I when I was 13 years old, I went to see a movie called The Phantom Menace.
Star Wars, yeah.
And I saw it the first and only time I've ever seen a movie by myself.
That's a good example. I think it's not for sex, but
But no, it's just like an analogy.
you
in a
went
sense.
in and were
But-
expecting
But then I
greatness
also had
and
no.
left going, what in the... You know what? I have a recent one. A very recent one. It's called Batman v Superman.
Oh yeah, me and my.
That's a movie I went into with high hopes, and I left kind of... The whole movie, I kind of sat there until the end and went, I'm not sure what the fuck I just saw.
See, I
So you know what was
low
good with that
expectations,
was that
man.
me and my brother-in-law saw that together, and so we spent like an hour after the movie just talking about how we didn't understand
Yeah.
or like the movie.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
But my
is
thing
that-
was my problem was with the Phantom Menace when I was 13.
Oh, shit.
I built up Star Wars so much. That's when like 11, 12 is when I became into Star Wars. I was like, oh man, this is the best, and they're making a new one. Great. And then, but seeing it by myself and having no one to discuss how much I didn't like it or just felt weird about it. But like that, that's probably what this guy's feeling about sex.
Yeah.
That's right, people. We just took a sex topic and turned it into a Star Wars talk.
That's how it rolls.
That's how you keep your lightsaber up, you know?
First of all, that movie was shit, and they're all shit. Those ones were shit. Darth Maul, he was cool.
But I kept watching those movies. I've seen every single one.
And you know what?
Well, so have I. But I wouldn't say, hey, man, like I really want to watch Phantom Menace. Like
I think that's the tip.
I don't feel like watching Phantom Menace.
But I'm just saying, in comparison, I feel like that's that sort of thing.
Phantom Menace, we just waste time.
Here's the thing: when it comes to this guy, and just like the Phantom Menace, just because it wasn't a great freaking experience, it's not going to stop you from watching other Star Wars movies.
I'm still hoping that Episode 9 is just the best. They're
Right.
gonna
Anyways,
explain so much.
So for this guy, what's your final advice for him, Kirk? And don't say pegging, because if
hey, that's never been my advice, was it?
Okay.
Was it? No, it was. We both agreed on pegging. Don't put me in that square peg.
That was all you guys.
Don't put me in that round peg with the square hole.
right. Anyways, final advice for this guy.
I think just you gotta grow up, and sometimes things are different. You know, sometimes the reality of the situation is different. You can't always think about like. Also, man, I think what you're thinking of is like I don't know, like I don't quite get is the extrapolation of like a funny joke when you're a kid to then the actual thing, which you should know isn't really funny. It's just like it's maybe kind of funny to think of two people laying like that and like doing the thing,
Yeah, right.
or like even people doing like holding the girl up by the legs, you know, like doing it that way
in the air,
doing like air one, you know.
That's a standing 69.
Yeah, standing 69. Yeah,
You got to be really strong. Anyways, Murray, final advice for this guy who wasn't impressed by the 69.
don't do it.
Ever?
Well, I mean, shit, man. It sounds like he didn't enjoy it, and he's probably lackluster in his performance with the girls. So don't taint men because you suck. Don't turn women off men. There's enough women on women action going around. We don't need you fucking it up for the rest of us. So learn your shit. Remember to breathe when you're doing it, first of all. Get yourself in a position.
use your nose. Make sure your nose is clear as sinuses.
You got to be able to breathe at times, right? So just remember, maybe that's his thing. Maybe he didn't know what he was doing. He was suffocating.
Right.
In which case, I don't know. It's over to you, pal. You a big guy? Is she a big girl? Like, I don't know. Maybe that has a thing. I don't. It's a valid question,
right.
man.
Well,
like, you know what I mean? Like, its space is limited sometimes. Yeah, the mechanics of the situation is just fucking situation.
Do you know?
I'm saying, if you don't like it, don't do it. Otherwise, watch some internet videos, and if you don't like it, pretend. Just don't screw it up for the next guy.
Yeah. Do you know who I think made this sort of comment? It makes sense if you think about it. Was like Tom Hanks' character from Big. He was like a 12-year-old became like a man, like overnight.
Well, a 12-year-old, yeah.
But I'm just saying that this makes sense in that context of who would write this question. Like a guy who was like a kid who all of a sudden is now in a man's body.
I could see teenagers.
Maybe it's a teen.
Question.
Maybe it's a teen.
I could see a teenager.
Anyways,
this question.
if it's a teen or whoever it is, at the end of the day, it comes down to, you know what? Just because the horse knocked you off the first time doesn't mean you don't have to go back in. You shouldn't go back in. I think you just need to go back in until you find that right position. And
go back in the horse? Because the horse knocked you off?
Go back on the horse. Anyways, what I'm saying is get back on the bicycle.
Who's the horse?
Maybe the girl is. I don't know. Anyways, what I'm saying is...
the situation is the horse.
Oh, fuck. This kid's going to be confused.
That makes sense.
Anyways, I think he just needs to get back up on top. And
I think he's going to listen to what I said.
Right.
And
well,
he's
we'll
gonna
see.
know.
We'll see. Maybe we'll get an update from this person. Anyways, that's. I think that's it for the helpline. We helped a couple people.
I got one more.
You got one more?
Well, I have something fast.
This might be a tougher question. This is from number 4 on Kirk's list. How to cope with depression? That's the question. You don't have to answer this.
That's we're gonna cut that.
You don't have to cut it. I think we don't have to get into it. But I wrote that. I was like, that's a short one, but also that's like a very.
That's a.
I think we've got to save depression for a bigger.
Well, that's a very vague way of asking about depression,
and that can go into a deeper.
That's
thing.
not a quick answer.
But that was on Yahoo Questions. So like
Right.
that person just wrote like.
Okay, we're literally at 40 minutes, so I'm gonna cut there. I'm gonna cut this anyway. But anyways, do
Leave
you
that
have a problem?
Leave it in.
Well, mine's more of an etiquette thing.
Okay, so
I'm gonna finish-
let's jump to this. Finish this problem, then let's wrap it up.
Can we make this like a part of the helpline where it's called Murray's etiquette? Like how to
No.
like you're like
Let's see
hey,
how it goes.
It's like hey,
Okay.
there's a pregnant lady. Give her a seat on the subway.
Okay. Anyways.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Hold on. Anyways, let's jump in. So Murray, what's you got a problem? You got a
Yeah,
problem?
so it's more of an etiquette thing.
Okay.
So, as you guys probably know, the here in Toronto we have the TTC,
Yes.
which is buses and the subways and everything. And,
Transit.
Yeah, we've got transit because we're a big city, and they just recently got Van City. Seth Rogen is apparently now the voice of the TTC, where he does funny little witty remarks about things, paying your fare. Yeah, paying your fare. Don't be a freeloader.
Right.
Hey, give up your seat, whatever. But here, this is my thing. Etiquette on public transit, because I don't take it anymore, right? Because I drive.
right.
Kirk, I think you're an avid transit user.
I love the transit system, but
That's
I
a big word. Love the
Yeah.
transit system. Like, I've actually sat in vomit on the transit system in my heyday.
I can't go back.
it's
Like,
hard,
I've had
it's
a
hard how
man
it's-
try to grab my crotch on a subway car, and I had to elbow the man. I've thrown bicycles out of the subway car doors at a stop because they wouldn't give up the seats and force people out, and almost started a ruckus because I was enforcing a little bit of etiquette. Is that wrong? Was I wrong to do that? That's my question.
I feel
Because
like-
we've got people now telling people when you should give up your seats or whatever, and
See, the only thing I've done like that was I reported the guys who were playing Dispatcho in the subway.
Despacito, just to clarify.
It's not Dispatcho.
It's not. It's not.
like the I'm sorry.
I actually knew what he was talking about on the accordion.
too.
But it's
The
Despacito. It's
I meant like the. It's not like the
the
name.
famous song by Justin Bieber and the
Oh no! I
Latin guys.
was thinking of the tomato soup served ice cold, gazpacho.
right. Anyways, okay, that's your thing,
They're
Kirk.
doing it all wrong.
This isn't soup.
When it comes to TTC etiquette,
False advertising.
you have to realize that I think transit in general is a very cultural based thing. So, for instance, if you go to like places like Sweden and fucking I think some places in Germany, people, they're very ordered. They'll wait in line. They'll get in. They'll be thing. But then, dude, you go to places like fucking Bangladesh or
No, it's
Japan.
yeah, it's like
they
crazy.
squish in and they fucking
The train
people are
starts
getting-
leaving, the doors are open.
Yeah, so you
know,
got
like,
to
it's
understand
nuts.
that. I mean, we are in a multicultural city. People have different fucking vibes. You got people that they're proud, and then you got people that are just like fuck it, and then again you have different classes.
You're not answering my question at all. What does
So-
class have to do with if you're on the subway
I think he means culture.
and you're sitting there, and to your right,
Yes.
you see two people sitting in two seats, and they have, let's say, two bicycles blocking
Right.
another two-seater.
Right.
It's busy.
Okay.
You're technically not allowed to have a bicycle on there.
Okay.
In the first
so
place.
from a legal point of view, okay, the bike's not supposed.
Or
to
you're
be
not
there.
allowed to have bikes on there anymore?
There's something I read, like when you live, I've been standing a bunch sometimes, and you see that like that plaque where it says the rules on it, and there's some rules against bicycles, like to bring them on like
know
that.
Okay.
So really, people aren't supposed to be there with their bicycle unless,
All right.
unless it's like
Okay,
a mobility
so-
thing.
So,
To
okay,
clarify, Murray, what is your
regardless,
problem? What is your problem? Let me help you with the problem.
At what point do you, as a reasonable citizen,
Yeah.
with assuming that what you're thinking, the majority of people would agree with,
Yeah.
at what point is it your responsibility
Here's the thing.
to say something to someone in that situation, whether it's anybody who's not giving up a seat?
Here's the thing.
At what point do you, for like the pregnant woman or the old person or somebody with a disability,
In that
somebody who looks obviously like that, that person could use the seat a little more than this guy who's munching on his girlfriend's neck.
Right. In that situation, if you have, if you're able to speak for these people, people that maybe a pregnant lady, older person, whatever, I think it's your you don't have to, but it depends on the type of person you are. If
that's where we disagree.
If you're an obligated person, you should talk for them. But dude, here's the thing: if I got a spot on the TTC and I'm sitting, I'm getting my thing, and there's a fucking bunch of shit going down there that I have no control of.
I'm not saying a bunch of shit. I'm not saying you go approach fucking 12 guys that are whatever screwing around.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you go and put yourself in an ass whooping situation. I'm saying there's two people, and there's somebody there, and you're standing, and you don't have a seat to give up. I mean,
Right.
I'd give my seat up, but I'm saying, at what point is that's where you're saying you don't have to do something? I disagree. I think you have to do something, and I think that's the problem with this city in general is too many people not stepping up. And I'm not saying you go and put yourself in the middle of a gunfight or a street fight.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you do that. I'm saying you call somebody out on the bus or the subway car to say, hey, you gonna offer your seat up to this person? Now you're putting the spotlight on them. If they want to act up, they can act up now. This is a good time
And
for
now
it
you
because
lead
you know
into an
what?
issue.
Yeah, but I've probably got a lot of like-minded people.
Oh,
'Cause
maybe
we're talking about a busy subway now, right? Like, I'm not alone. There's probably a lot of people thinking the exact same thing.
right. I just think for me, the energy used into here's the thing:
What energy?
the energy of fucking getting involved.
So it doesn't matter about that person that needs a seat.
Dog eat fucking dog. If the person
there we go.
If the person wants to be a fucking asshole and sit there and block 3 seats, they're an asshole. And if you're a person that
I bet you're a seat blocker.
if you're a person who can't step up and say, hey, listen, are those seats free? Can you please move? Then you know what?
Not free. It's telling somebody, hey, you got to give your seat up to this
but
lady.
you're already sitting down, so
I'm standing.
You're standing. Do you want?
I
those
would
seats?
give my seat up.
But do you want those seats that the guy's blocking?
I don't want those seats.
Okay.
If the
wants
guy
them
had
for the other person who's.
if the
But
guy
why do you
had
want- why do
something
you-
blocking the seats and I walked in like I had a backpack on a chair,
Right.
and I'm gonna ride the thing for a while, I'm being like, hey man, you mind moving your backpack?
No,
of course I'm gonna say move your
Yeah.
stuff. But if I'm already standing and it's packed, there's no seats and there's fit people sitting there,
Yeah.
give your seat up, man.
No, but my thing is
You're gonna let this.
why?
You're gonna give the seat to this old lady.
Oh no,
They're going to give it up because they're going to feel shame
Of
that
course.
I'm publicly shaming them.
Right.
But I'm going to step up.
My question is, who are you doing it for?
The old lady.
Why? Okay, no, I get that. That's noble.
Or the pregnant woman or the
Okay.
disabled.
Okay, yeah, definitely. But what if it's just a normal person? What was Kirk?
Why would I do it for Kirk?
So now we're deciding like who
Because
who,
I'm handsome.
So now we're giving now you're putting a scenario like
If the guy comes in and he's got a walker,
yeah, you'll talk for him.
maybe. But
But you're
at the
not-
same time,
Right, but you're not gonna. Okay, so what you're saying is, if you see a pregnant lady, you will tell these people to move their bike. But if you see Kirk, you're not going to tell them to move their bike.
if you're telling me Kirk and a pregnant woman
Yeah.
are equal,
Okay.
you seriously need to go and talk to somebody.
No, but I just want to know your.
I think he's basically saying like there's a whole like now the subway's pretty clear. There's like the blue seats.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't really. They just see that as like I'm gonna sit there.
Yeah.
And if you're an asshole, then you don't like. Like if I ever sit in one, it's like because I'm taking like the 1 o'clock to like, and I know there's one that gets off right at my station where I want the staircase is. But if someone ever came on who was like in a wheelchair or
Yeah.
whatever, I'm out of it.
Yeah, but even if it was full, like even if it got full and you're that one guy sitting in a blue seat, and like you got people next to you that need it, and you're the guy. Like I'm the type of person. Once it gets to that point where these are the only seats available, and now people are sitting down next to me that they need the seats, I'm probably standing up.
Yeah,
I'm probably like I'm not even gonna put somebody in the
a
position
lot of times, like,
where
I-
they gotta ask me to move or I gotta judge like.
Yeah.
Are they worthy enough for the chair? No. You know what? This is not supposed to be my seat. I'm out of it because now people are actually using the seats that need it. I'm out. And
Yeah.
I'll call people out. Even if it's not those seats. I'm just saying in general, it's a busy situation. Those seats are gone. Somebody gets on. They need a seat.
Yeah.
You know,
I always
an
look
8-year-old
at it
woman
like,
getting on, you know what? Give your seat up. And if nobody's going to help her, shame on you.
my thing is if I ever kind of see that, I try to help that person. But
I
like, it's
figured
every
you
way you can.
Right.
But
I'm
like
saying,
sometimes
would you ask somebody to give their seat up for another person?
I feel like that's sometimes I've done that, like, but like only if it's like I feel like necessary because it's way too packed, and I go like, hey, like I just make eye contact and go like point like
Yeah.
or I talk to the person. Say if it's like most time it's old people for me Because I talk to them and I can tell that they're not comfortable standing there or whatever. And
I
it's
used to have
like,
people all the time. I'd be like, here, come take my seat. And they'd be like, no, I'm okay. I'm like, no, I insist. Go ahead.
yeah, I'll give up my seat a lot. But the thing, I don't feel like
I
if
am
I'm
willing to call people out on it.
I'm not as good as that as you probably. But like,
I'm not in an asshole way.
No.
Like, hey,
I don't think it's a jerk. I just think I'm not as forward with some people that way.
I don't think it's a debate. It's not a question. It's a, hey man, you got to give your seat up to this person.
Yeah, no, I think the problem
You know
now
what I
is
mean?
just
Like,
the
it's
etiquette
not
of
an
people.
option. It's like this is this has to happen for you.
No, I think
You
the
know?
reason that is I think it's happening is people have a lot less empathy now. Like people don't know how to like wait for the subway now. Like they just like wait from the doors. You see, I've noticed that a lot where people just like get
Yeah, it's cattle.
people get in your. You used to have to like line up like at the sides of the door. People don't do that anymore. People just wait there.
That's right. You go to
And,
the
like-
side and let people off.
And then that happens, and people like can't get on or off fast, like in a way that like then people are like, well, the subway left. Well, I'm like, well, you dude, fucking we moved out of the way because like you basically
so
stopped.
what are you saying?
people
We need proper subway training
yeah, like
for people because apparently
They try.
Conrad doesn't care about
No,
anybody on the
dude.
subway.
When I took the TTC here, you know what my position was? Clearer. What happened was I would stand at the exit, like I was, let's say Young Station. I would stand right before the doors open, and you know how you say people crowded? I'd fucking barreled through that, clear the line for the people behind me.
well, yeah, you're the plow.
I
Yeah.
was the fucking plow.
You're the boulder.
No, but that's
for-
leaving, right? That's getting
leaving.
off.
Yeah, that's
For
getting
sure.
off.
Hey, if they want to crowd,
That was me.
But that's
I fucking,
different.
Oh, I remember I fucking.
But I like that
I
because that's
elbowed,
different,
yeah.
though. That's people that are doing
Yeah.
what they're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Crowding the door, you were counteracting that. I like
Yeah, yeah.
that. But
So,
what I'm talking
yeah.
about is you're on the actual subway, and you're saying
So I
you would
personally-
not
I personally
engage
don't-
another human being.
Here's the thing, I
to
personally-
help an elderly woman,
No,
or
I
an
would.
elderly man.
I would. Here's the thing. I personally
Or a
don't.
pregnant lady.
I personally don't sit down because, like, usually my trips are within 30 minutes. In that time, I don't need to sit down because wherever I'm getting to, I'll sit down.
I passed out hammered drunk
Here's
once.
the
Ended
thing.
up at Kennedy Station.
So I usually stand. But now here's the thing: every time I sat down and there was a person like who looked like they needed the seat, so an elderly person, a female, somebody with an issue, I always offer the seat because that's just from a general.
Okay, most
you are
people
a better
will, but at what point,
there's a
as a
person-
societal
Yeah.
responsibility
Yeah,
to keep everybody in check,
but that's
to
the thing.
say like, hey, because maybe somebody didn't even notice. Like a lot of times, people, from my experience back in the day, they didn't even realize that person was standing there because it's busy.
But here's my
like
thing.
they're just looking around and like they don't realize, or they're too engrossed with who they're with that they don't realize. Oh, there's somebody here or two people here that could use these seats. An elderly couple or whatever, and it's like, hey.
Yeah,
And you know what? I'm sorry, I didn't even notice. Like, yeah, come here, take my seats.
Yeah.
There's even like women with strollers. A lot of people like they're just by themselves, and like it's really hard to get down the stairs or up the stairs, obviously, right? And like I've had to be like that person who always is like, if I see someone, I'm always like, you need help because people like just buzz right by them. No one wants to help.
Nobody helps. Yeah.
I don't do that with old ladies in their carts or whatever. But I feel like it's almost like people don't want to see. Like when you get on the subway, you're in a different reality, or you don't want to be empathetic to people.
This is my problem with Toronto, man. And, is that people are so, and I'm sure I have my moments, self-absorbed in their own little world that they've stopped to look at others. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you zone out. You're not really in.
Well, dude, that's the thing.
And I get that. Like, because you can't stop and give money to every panhandler. You can't stop to help every single person you see downtown. And you end up just becoming immune to it, where if you saw that, like if that was like, back in the day and it's your first time, or you're from a small town, or it happens in that small town or wherever, people are going to be like, whoa, like what's going on with this guy? What's up with this guy? And like people be like, what's going on? And like they're going to talk to him, whatever. And I'm not getting into why they're there, but I'm just saying desensitized towards the situation. And I think people in the city are becoming like that for everything, and I don't like it.
Here's my thing. For me, I take care of my shit. So like if there's a person there, I will do my best to be the best human being.
But you're not going to engage another human being.
I'm not I'm not a social justice warrior. I like listen,
That's
man.
different.
So if everybody was like Kevin, that society would be even worse.
We'd all be fucking riding fucking cars and drinking gasoline.
Even worse.
And fucking just straight up fucking.
Even worse. Everybody hear that? Hear that?
No, because listen, man. You know what? Another thing is when you have people
He's passionate.
when you have people that speak for other people that are unable to speak, You don't give them the chance to fucking speak
So
up.
I'm saying
This has become a rant against social justice
the
warriors.
82-year-old,
Fuck 'em. Straight up, fuck 'em.
the 82-year-old woman should engage a 17-year-old
Well, the
boy.
17-year-old should be fucking smart enough.
But I'm saying, you're saying
Right?
that witnessing this,
Yeah.
he's engrossed in the neck of his girlfriend. And this woman just
Yeah.
struggled to get on. And let's say everybody else
Yeah.
is old, or you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's
Yeah.
this kid is
Yeah.
the one who's supposed to get up.
You ever
It's
see-
his turn.
You ever watch nature videos? What happens to the weak?
Wow.
You see what happens to the weak?
Wow.
Kevin?
He literally just said that about an old lady.
What happens to the
Kevin,
weak,
you
man?
know, it's what the difference between humanity and the rest of us.
Not much
That's why we've moved past the food chain.
Not really.
That's right.
Not really, man.
That's correct.
Not really.
No, yeah, we have. This is the effect of we have a society. No other animals have jobs. None of the animals, unless they're
Do you know
And when
dog.
people that think like that take power, and you get enough like-minded people that that think the same way, like to start to rank human life in the way you're doing it, to say like not my problem, they start conquering.
Yeah, it's called. They've done that.
They
throughout
start
the ages.
wars, and lots of people,
The Nazis
innocent
did
people.
it. The Romans did it. You know.
And I'm just talking about a subway seat.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's micro compared to what the big picture is.
We're gonna disagree on this,
You
but
know?
people
Yeah,
tell the other person to get the fuck out of the chair.
take care of your own shit, but let fucking nature take its course. That's my fucking thing. Let nature
Get them
take
out
its
of the
fucking
chair.
Course. Let the fucking lions eat, and let the antelopes
You could need that
Fall
seat
apart.
one day.
then fucking put me down, throw me in. No, no, dude.
Who is this guy right now?
Exactly.
It's like we know him in real life. This is like, I'm a tough guy. Like, fuck them. They can't walk good.
No.
I can walk like a little faster than that, you know?
That's right,
Nah.
Kirk.
Put me down, bro. Put me down.
I won't, Kevin.
The moment I can't fucking walk, put
I'm
me
gonna,
down.
I'm gonna get you some.
Put me down.
Get you a mech.
Kirk, well,
Get you a mech suit.
in general, I know you're
What novel
pretty
is that?
empathetic.
That's
Nietzsche.
no novel, man.
Friedrich Nietzsche.
Where he's
I don't
gotta
know.
shoot the guy.
Of Mice and Men.
Yep.
Yeah. If I ever become that, yeah. Anyways, that's I'm just I don't know.
Well, it won't be
That-
me because
that-
I won't have a gun.
That whole fucking situation is like at the end of the day. This is not. It's not even a Toronto thing. This is more of a.
See,
general
I say it's more of an
society.
internal thing. It's an internal struggle. I think most people would step up, but I think that most people are scared to step up.
It's true. I think.
I think people are like, oh, I don't want to
Yeah.
get into a confrontation.
I
or,
feel like people-
I don't want to get into something with somebody about like
People will-
whatever.
people
so
will-
I'm just gonna sit here, and it's like, well, but you got a bunch of people that probably got your back, so like, don't worry about a fight.
No, but see, you're just making assumptions again.
'Cause
If people
my
got your
only-
back, dude. How many times were
I could be sitting 3 rows down, or I could be standing watching all of this. I just didn't see
Dude,
the lady,
okay,
and
let me-
I'd be
let
like,
me-
something happening? What's up?
here? Let me give
You
you.
don't want to give your seat
let me
up. Now
give
you got me on your side, and now it's me and you.
Let me give you a real life situation. I was on the subway one time, and there was a guy sitting down, in the 2-seater thing, and he had his leg across and was just lounging. Old lady comes in with a bunch of grocery bags. She's standing right there, and I'm just like to the guy, hey man, just she wants a seat or whatever. And then the guy was like, yeah, fuck it. And the old lady was just like, oh no, it's okay, I don't want one. I'm now in the fucking. I'm fucking alone here now. The old lady doesn't want a seat. The fucking douchebag gets to
No,
carry
she
on.
wants a seat.
But she doesn't. She said she doesn't.
She's just old. You don't think
She
the old lady
doesn't.
would rather have a seat?
Of course, deep down she does, but she doesn't.
Kevin,
she's not.
No matter what,
proposing, yeah.
no matter what either of them thinks,
You're different than me. If that guy
Ever- no,
treated me like that, it turns into a different thing. I'd be like, yo,
I'm
man,
getting no backup
you
from
don't
the
wanna
old
get-
lady, and
Well-
the little jerk is like
Kevin,
fucking thing. So
Kevin,
you're on your own, man.
Kevin, no
What do you
matter
want?
what either of them thinks or says to you,
Right.
you've done the right thing by asking
Yes.
for the seat.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
The only difference
And
is
what
at that
was the
point-
result?
Nothing at that
It doesn't
time.
matter what the result
Results
is.
matter, man. Results matter,
Well,
man.
see, okay, you're different. See,
Results matter.
I would get the result because you. At
so
that
now
point,
it's the matter of how I'm caring about it.
Because at that
Fuck these
point you
lessons,
can disengage
man.
to be like, you know what? I tried to get you a seat.
Fuck
the
that.
difference though is if the guy countered my request with a dick comment, now it's turned into something else. Now it's turned into.
I got no-
What did you just say to me?
And then it
I'd
becomes
probably
a
smack
thing.
his foot off the seat and be like, "Hey, What's wrong with
and
you?
then you thought
Your parents raised you wrong, pal?
And then issues come, and then all of a sudden, there's going to be some guys in the background be like,
What is this,
Oh,
like
yeah,
80s? Is this like an 80s?
This guy picked a fight with this little kid for not moving his leg, and then all of a sudden they got into a fight. And
Oh, if it's a little kid, no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start smashing
too many
a little kid.
too many situational boundaries on this thing. But anyways, listen, man, you be a good person.
See, look at that. That's a hot topic.
Yeah, you be a good person, but honestly, like, let the fucking cattle eat, man. Let the fucking let the lions eat, man. You know, let the lions eat.
They're not lions. Those are not lions.
Let nature take its course.
Those are people that are they have a problem. They were raised wrong.
Yeah.
Or probably, I don't know, but
Yeah.
they're assholes, and they got to get educated at some point. And you don't want to be a social educator. I'm not saying I want to.
I'm not a
just
social
saying
educator.
I'll step up.
I do my thing. I'm in my own lane, man. Fuck your other lanes. I'm in my lane, man. That's it. I do my shit. You come in my lane, we'll talk. But until then, I do my lane. You do your lane.
So if you're old or disabled,
Decrepit,
or pregnant, or anything like that,
It's not Kevin's
do
baby.
not depend on Kevin
Yep.
to help you or anything.
Sure. Let's go with that. Anyways, that's a fucking helpline. You fuckers need help. And so go fuck yourselves. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's just.
Are we gonna end? Are we still doing this? Are we still recording right now?
We're still fucking
So
recording.
this is going well.
Anyways, yeah, that's the fucking helpline.
Look at that. Look
hopefully-
how the helpline goes when I'm here.
Hopefully, you know what? You take care of your own shit. And listen, if you want to call me out on my shit, or call Murray and call Kirk out on their shit,
I feel like
let us know.
your shit just showed us way too much. It was like a simple sort of like scenario sort
From
of
a
thing.
deep, dark place.
Yeah, just like it almost like we were just talking about situational, and you went like big picture how I think of
because I see
humanity.
big picture. I always see big picture. I always see weird shit. Anyways, I gotta fucking wrap this up. This is the fucking helpline. We help some people. Yeah. Anyways, let us know. Drop the comments, Facebook, all that shit, and yeah, we're gonna come back with you some more problems. And fuck, let's just see where this goes. Anyways, that's it. To the guys podcast.
Great.